Tiktakers, you know that we love to dive online to find your stories about lost episodes of series that you loved in your childhood. On this occasion, we have located one narrated in first person by an internet user with an unknown name. In it, he tells how when he was 13 years old, something overwhelming happened to him. He had always been an absolute fan of Garfield and Friends. As a child, he saw each and every one of the episodes and he knew them by heart. Therefore, when he learned that a friend had an acquaintance among the Cartoon Network stuff, he did not hesitate to ask him if there was a possibility of getting all the episodes of the series. He told him that it was very difficult, but the young man ended up offering money and they accepted. The sum was quite high, but the boy loved the series so much that his parents promised to get the money. They had to make a transfer to the US. 3 weeks later, a package for him arrived at his village post office. In it were about 15 VHS tapes containing 3 episodes of the series each. He was absolutely thrilled with what he was up to. It was amazing to have that material. In reviewing them, a tape caught his attention. It had no label. He just thought he had forgotten it, but after watching a few episodes, he remembered that tape and played it. When he began to watch it, he realized that something strange was happening. The animations were different. In fact, in the first image, Garfield wasn't even animated. Then he was talking to John Arbuckle. Seeing the quality, the young man guessed that it was some kind of test that had been inadvertently inserted among the other tapes. After a couple of sequences, he saw the typical color bars appear on the screen, and then a blue screen in the intro of the episode. At that time, the animation had already improved. It wasn't perfect, but it was much clearer. Garfield's eyes were very different from what he remembered. The sound wasn't good either, it was distorted. At the end of the introduction, he could read the title, Garfield, The End. The episode began with John entering the scene and asking Garfield to get up as he had been sleeping for a long time. Instead, he was not responding, so John insisted again. Garfield, very angry, suddenly screamed, "Shut up!" John scolded him for his behavior and told him that he was already tired of his replies. He just wanted to give him his lasagna. When he finished speaking, he left the scene very pissed off. A few seconds later, on the screen, the young man saw how Garfield got up and he had those eyes of fury again. Then Audie appeared on the scene and it was seen like Garfield was looking at him with enormous contempt. In addition, he grabbed the lasagna that had been prepared for him and threw it away. His behavior was very strange. After throwing out the lasagna, he walked over to Audie and pushed him like he always did. But on that occasion, he also told him, "Next time, it will be more painful." After that, the scene faded to black and the young man saw Garfield sleeping again, but this time it was already night. He woke up and went to the kitchen to grab a knife. The young man at that moment was already absolutely tense and suddenly a phone rang on the screen. When hearing it, Garfield hid behind a kitchen wall, an area the young boy had never seen. After a while, with everything in silence, he saw him come out of his hiding place. John and Audie were completely asleep. And suddenly, he could see on the screen how Garfield would jump on top of John and start stabbing him. There was blood everywhere, so the young man couldn't bear it and covered his face with his hands. What kind of video was that? Suddenly, the scene was cut and images of the destroyed house were seen. The walls were stained with blood and Garfield was visible to one side of the screen. After that, the credits appeared with an image of Garfield totally destroyed, without eyes and with a dislocated face. The music that was playing was most disturbing. At the end, the name of the creator appeared, Shin Hong. The young man decided that he wanted nothing more from Garfield. He burned the tape after making a copy on his PC. Later, he learned that the episode had been created by a mental patient. His life changed. And since then, he needs psychological support. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!